of In Case You Missed It, a brand new social media show where we go all throughout Chatham-Kent and cover all those local events. And because in case you missed it, that's what your TV is here for. And we're going to show a lot of those things that we covered this past month in October. But one of the most important things about this show is we go out into the Facebook world of Chatham-Kent and we find out all these really awesome, cool groups that do some amazing things to really promote our little municipality. And I am so pleased to have Derek Raspburg here from the Southwestern Ontario Meet and Greet, and you'll see it on the screen there. So Derek, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, and it's one of those things that, you know, we go, and I said last month when I spoke with Mary Ellen Herder, she does entertainment events and much more. And I go on Chatham-Kent's Facebook groups and I say, you know, what is out there? Now, we're talking Southwestern Ontario, but, you know, you, as one of the admins that have done a plethora of things for the little city of Chatham. So let's talk a little bit about how you became the admin and what the Southwestern Ontario Meet and Greet is all about.
Well, I started it a couple of years ago. I wanted to start something. You know, all my friends all moved away in school, and life just got in the way. So I wanted to create something so my outing wouldn't be the grocery store after going out to eat dinner with a wife. Wanted something to meet some new people, meet some new friends, and I was really depressed in my life at that time. You know, it was a couple of years ago. How am I meet new friends? And I'm pushing 30 years old. And I'm 30 now, but you know, like, how am I meet new people? And I just, I started groups before, and I have other groups, but I'm like, you know, those are, you know, weather and road condition groups that I have, but I'm like, I want to start something social. And I mentioned it to my wife, and she kind of hemmed and hawed about it. So I made the group, and that's pretty much it.
That's absolutely great. It's been one of those Facebook pages that, you know, it constantly shows up for groups that, you know, you haven't joined up in a group. And when we talk about Chatham-Kent, for people that are outside of town and they come into a very small town, we could say they'd be moving anywhere from London, Windsor, Toronto, Oakville. It's a really cool thing that you have started bringing in and, you know, trying to, you know, make newcomers to Chatham-Kent feel welcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So on an average day, how many members do you approximately get when the big old, I want to join up with this group, it seems like such a cool thing. What's a day-to-day responsibility of the admin?
You know, just checking the members, and each members that come in, you know, make sure they're a real person. You know, Facebook's gotten better with questions asked, so I see their age. Of course, I want people that are over the age of 18 and you know, where they're from. You know, it can be anywhere in Southwestern Ontario. It could, even if they're from BC or they're from, you know, Newfoundland or all around of Canada, even if they're from the United States and they got ties to Chatham-Kent, you know, I'll add them to the group. It's you know, it's a great group. And
so when we talk about the group of Chatham, you know, and for my reading, you know, there's 2,000 plus members. How many approximately are in the Chatham-Kent area?
I say probably 80% of the members are from Chatham-Kent area. I say probably another 20% are probably from London and Kitchener and Toronto and other areas.
But we could say they might have lived in Chatham at one point.
Absolutely,
you know, and they like a little bit of that, you know, it makes me feel like home when I can see a bunch of my Chatham friends here, which is absolutely great. So the other thing I say was when you talk about how many people request to join up with this group, how many posts on average per day do you as an admin or the other admins per se keep an eye on the group?
It's very active. From, you know, even in the middle of the night, it's active. You know, you can go on 2 in the morning and you scroll through it and people are active. You know, it depends on what night it is, but I mean, if it's a Friday night, Saturday night, and I mean, it's very active. And even, you know, a Monday is a good day because, you know, during the day, you know, people are back to work, and
the case of the Mondays.
The case of the Mondays,
absolutely.
And you know, people post these little things about, you know, Monday. You know, I don't know. A cat can be a cat face and like looking like.
Well, it's one of those things when it's a place where people can get together, talk about what are the cool events going on around Chatham, and you get them together for you say at one point we've done monthly get-togethers. What kind of places would you guys go to meet up and talk about things to do here in town?
Well, we do a lot of our events at the just down the road here at the Kent Belgian Club.
Okay.
That's where we do a lot of our events. It's a great place to do events. I know I got Belgium ties, so I like going there. I like supporting them. But that's where we do a lot of our events. Summertime it's another great time because we can use a lot of our members' backyards. My one friend, he has a great backyard. Actually, they just got married, and they actually met in the group, Dave and Brianne.
Well, congratulations, guys.
Yeah, they got married in August 26th. It was a beautiful wedding in the backyard, all because of this group.
Which is absolutely amazing. And when we talk about Chatham-Kent, the difference between the big city living where there's hundreds and thousands of people, and like I said earlier, when people are coming from these big cities to Chatham, again, it is a really cool place to make people feel welcome. It is a very active site. So my next question coming in, events, I spoke with Mary Ellen Herder about entertainments, events, and much more. How do you, promote, would say somebody brand spanking new has just joined the page and they have no idea what they want to do here in Chatham? How would you as an admin kind of say, welcome to the group and, here's some amazing events to, show what our community can do? We post it in our group. For example, we have a Halloween party, which anybody's welcome to come. It's going to be at the Kent Belgian Club actually this Friday. That's one event we do. We put it in other Facebook groups and we try to advertise it. That's the best way that we can advertise it and get people to come. And anyone's allowed to post anything. As an admin, you kind of regulate what seems like a really awesome event, and maybe events like, well, that's not quite what the group's looking for. So you kind of keep that under pretty tight watch. Which segues to my next question. Chatham is such a giving community. There's so many people that have had troubles at maybe a fire, lost a loved one. Can you recall any events that you as a group have done in the past to maybe help someone else in need? And just in a generic event maybe.
Well, we have done a lot. We have everywhere, anything from people that are struggling for ends meet. Had one particular member lost her money, and she didn't have money to pay her rent. So a lot of our group members went and paid her rent, and it was really, she was just so overwhelmed with happiness, and we had another member that lost everything in a fire, and people just even small things. Kind of a sad note. We had one member passed away last year this year, and he was a great guy, and his named Rob Hayward is his name. I just wanted to give a little shout out to him, and rest in peace. But we donated money to his kids. He loved his kids, and we donated and give the money to his brother, which he came down to a little memorial thing we had at the Kent Belgian Club for him, and they bought the kids hockey stuff because he would have been so happy to see them being involved in sports, and they got them bikes and got them all kinds of stuff, and so that's the kind of stuff we do.
How does one join the group? There's an easy way to find it on Facebook, Ontario, Southwestern Ontario Meet and Greet. But how would they get in touch with you, or would they just click the join button? Is there any special way to do it? Just
click the join button, and you got any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. And we do everything. We do all kinds of events. This group is also good to help people find love and find connections.
Which is hard sometimes in this town, but it's just great to find a group that can help friends and find new friends and new,
Yep.
new adventures here in Chatham, which is
Yep.
absolutely great. One last question: if you ran into somebody on the street and they said, well, I don't know where to meet people or what kind of great events, how would you entice them to join up with Southwestern Ontario Meet and Greet?
Well, I would tell them, come join this group. This group is awesome. This group can change your life. I mean, you're sitting there and you're stuck in a rut, and that's what happened to me. I was, sitting one day and wasn't working and was bored and was looking for something to do, and I made this group, and it changed my life. It really did. And, I got at least 20 friends every weekend. We all hang out.
That's great. And you always are inviting for more, I would hope.
Oh, everybody's welcome. It's open invitation. Everybody can just show up, and it's a huge family.
Yep.
We take anybody. Just come on.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Derek Raspburg here from Ontario Southwestern Meet and Greet, and you can find it out on the group on Facebook, as I show the link right here on below, and send a request, and hopefully Derek will welcome you guys in with open arms, because it sounds like it's a great group. You're looking for events to do, and they have always seems to be an adventure out there here in Chatham-Kent. So Derek, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Now, Chatham-Kent, in case you missed it, here's a couple of events that we covered here in the past month of October. And we'll see you guys next month for our next edition of In Case You Missed It. Take care.